Hey everyone, really grateful for that, Joe. So 2023 felt very crazy, and there was a lot of change. And I think, as you said, Joe, 2024 might be even crazier because things have changed quite a lot. Of course, there is so much of potential in transformational technologies around data and AI, but also because working models of companies must change. The way we work, the way we capitalize, the way companies, the way the market is shifting left and right constantly. It just requires a level of flexibility and adaptability and learning that is just increasing in its pace, just faster and faster. And as we do so, we gather around us the most highly skilled product builders, thinkers, designers, researchers, executives, and leaders into this community that we see a little part of it here. And of course, as you know, A.Team is very much rooted in that. Like we've built this network of highly skilled product builders across different disciplines, from product management to design to engineering to data science, that are teaming up to form teams to build solutions to problems that they care about with people they want to work with. We've had a chance to work with hundreds of companies at virtually every stage, and we're seeing that indeed things are changing. That it's not just a question of, oh, I have to solve the skills gap, or I can hire fast enough, or those type of questions. It's very 2021 or 2022. The questions now is, how do I create the level of flexibility and speed and adaptability? How do I make investments that actually make sense? Can't just throw money at problems anymore. And still, sometimes that's kind of what we do. So as we build this community of people that are coming together to share learnings, to get to know each other, to learn together, to inspire each other, we didn't think that we would necessarily have CFOs in the room. But what we've learned by working with more and more companies, that actually the drivers of the first layer of adoption of AI may actually be the efficiency and augmentation that companies absolutely need in order to create operational leverage, in order to create, to augment the ability of teams and workforce as a whole to be equipped to tackle the challenges of the future. And before I talk a little bit more about that, and we had a few people at Davos recently, and across the Fortune 500, there was this interesting stat. Like 73% of CEOs believe that they need to accelerate AI adoption. But at the same time, 50% of what is being done is a failure. And turns out it's really hard to build new things. We kind of had that with every cycle of technology. We get excited about a piece of technology, we start to build, experiment about that technology, and we kind of lose sight of why we're doing the things that we're doing necessarily. And in particular, when we think about technologies that are becoming increasingly powerful, that are heuristics, that don't always provide the same output to the same input, that may present challenges in terms of security, in terms of data, that requires a type of skill set that we don't necessarily have, that in fact require convergence of skills to come together, it's that much harder. And that's why, if we were to summarize our main learning from 2023 working with companies on how to deliver on transformational but also very practical investment in leveraging AI into the capabilities of companies, into delivering real use cases that change the game for employees, for customers, for shareholders, that's to have a product-centric, customer-focused, and outcome-focused approach. Meaning to realize that, yet again, it is not about technology for the sake of technology, but rather for the convergence of skill set, whether it's the industry expertise that you can find with the AI expertise coming together with the product capabilities to be focused on delivering on a particular outcome. Now, we're not going to tackle all the outcome right away. We believe that there's an evolution that's happening. And while many have tried to jump to the end and basically say like, oh, what new products can we build? What new business lines can we build? Actually, the first layers that we started hearing, and that's where CFOs came in the picture pretty much right away to our surprise, was, hey, like, we know we have all these processes and those processes are just incredibly inefficient. It is not necessarily just a question of, hey, let's replace a bunch of people because we want to trim down our workforce, but rather who wants to do this type of work? Like, we want to free ourselves up to be able to do the value added type of things. We have this view of the future of work that the future of work is to enable you to do the things that you actually want to do, not just the thing that you're asked to do. And it starts there. And it's not just a question of, hey, we could do that and we could, leverage AI and augment certain processes. Is that we actually really need to do so, because if we don't free up uh, cycles that are unnecessary, if we don't create a level of efficiency augmentation, we're going to disappoint first our people and our workforce that everybody can now expect better, realizing that there are better tools, better technology out there, our shareholders, and overall our ability to thrive in such a rapidly evolving environment. And then we're already starting to see some use cases at companies that are moving up that ladder towards drastically better customer experience and personalization, all the way to new product innovation. But the year is still young, I guess. Some of the interesting things that we're seeing, we're just talking about this a little bit before this event, is the applicability of some of the solutions in maybe less sexy scenarios, presenting some tremendous opportunities. The work that we're doing with healthcare here, in this case with the Fortune 50 healthcare systems, is handling and tackling issues that we all face one time or the other when we come to a hospital. And we have nurses writing reports, sending it to the insurance, and there's inevitably disputes here and there, and then they have to write those really long reports. So they're busy writing those 45-page reports instead of taking care of patients. Now, AI is certainly not about to replace nurses. But if nurses that are tired, overextended on incredible shifts day and night to save lives, if we can make their life a little bit better, not only do we unlock hundreds of millions, if not billions, into a overstretched system that is overly expensive, but we can actually enable people to focus on the things that they actually want to create value in and want to do. So exciting time, and really grateful for the opportunity to be here with all of you, whether virtually or in person, because this is still very much early days. This is a moment where, in order for us to devise the future, it's about teaming up and bringing our different expertise and perspectives to start from the outcomes, from the business priorities, from the value they want to create with customers and employees, and working our way there with the incredible capabilities and technologies that now enable us to move faster than ever. So thank you for being here, and excited for what's next. Thank you, Joe.